What's going on, YouTube? We're here today in a no cool call. It is set to 66 here. They've been running it all day and it's doing nothing. So we got the indoor right here. It's a Lennox. So they cut off the power for the outdoor unit for some reason. So we're gonna go find out what's going on, because it's blowing in here. You can hear it blowing. We'll jump back in here once I check the outdoor. So let's jump outside. All right, guys, so we are outside. As I said, they left the disconnect off. Man, I need to cut this yard. Hopefully there's no wasp or anything. So this is pretty overgrown here. You got the drain right there. All right, so let's see what's going on once I put the power in. Oh, we got a compressor running, fan's not running. We got a bad motor. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. It's probably a low capacitor. I might need to replace that motor because I can feel the heat really bad. So I'm pretty sure that fan is damaged in the inside already with the heat. So let me just pop it open, see what we find out. All right, so I done got my chest mount. Sorry, it's a little windy. So damn house has motion sensors or something. Oh, it's the doorbell. So just put my gloves on. This is always the first thing I do, put my gloves on. One, it keeps your hands cleaner. And two, you don't cut yourself or anything like that. So let's pop open this guy. So this is a Lennox condenser. A Lennox unit. So let's start off by shut off the power already. Let me double check that we are good with no power. I don't want to get shocked. So let's see. All right. Put it in. Alt AC. And let's make sure we don't have any power coming in. No power. Always check each leg to ground. No power. No power. All right, so we got a 45 plus 5 capacitor. So let's see. We got here. Oh yeah, it's pretty warm, the capacitor. Let me just figure out here because it's not marked. Can barely see what it says. So my yellow's the herm. And I'm assuming purple. Yeah, purple is my fan. So set the meter to microfarads. This is my herm. We got 44. And on the fan side, we got 4.9. Yeah, we got a bad motor. Motor is starting to go out. It's just overheating. We got a good capacitor, so it's just overheating. So I might have to go get me a new condenser fan motor, because I may have one in the truck. It's universal. Yeah, because I don't think I have a Lennox store close by. So let me go check the one I got in my truck and see if I can use it. Because this is a 1075 RPM or the damn horsepower. It's kind of difficult to see because stickers through there. So let me see. I might have to pull this top off. See if I can look at the sticker and see what's the horsepower on it. But it's definitely going bad because it's just overheating and it's just cutting off. And everything's running hot because as soon as I walked in, dude, it's 81 degrees inside. So this thing's been trying to run for quite a while. So let me pull this top off, check the sticker, see what's my horsepower, and see, hopefully I can use the one that I have in the van. If not, then find out and see if I need to go get one. Just gonna take the top off like I said. I can't see the damn sticker. Just see what's the horsepower on it. I can only see the RPM, so it's 1075. But I want to make sure I got the proper motor in my van. If not, like I said, I might have to go get one. Okay. Sorry for that. Just twist this guy around. This is a heat pump. Let's see here. So we have a 1/5 horsepower. Let me go check the one I got in the truck. Well, unfortunately, all I have right now is a damn blower motor. I don't have a condenser fan motor. So let me hop on my phone and see if we can find a replacement and get it swapped out, because the couple that lives here, they're both older people and they both are in bed, so they can't walk or anything. So we got to get this fixed and might have to clean this condenser too. So let me hop on my phone and see if I can find one. Okay, so they do have one in stock. The last motor, I already put it on will call. I left the blade soaking in PB Blaster. Threw a bunch of PB Blaster on there. And it went through the bottom. So it's going through. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to assemble it back and see if I can get it running while I go and come back. It's going to take me at least like 45 minutes round trip to be able to go get that motor. So let me put this guy back and hopefully it'll stay running, because you can tell that it's like not spinning freely unless you hit it really hard. So shouldn't be that way. So I am going to put this guy back on. Back on here. Just put a couple screws on there just so I can hold it while I go get the new motor and a new capacitor. So I'm gonna replace the capacitor anyway. So I want to leave with no screws at all. So I'm just gonna put a couple. Oh, I'm just gonna put the 4 corners. Where is it? But like I said, I left the blade soaked in PB Blaster for a few minutes. So hopefully it's easier to get out. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it through the... It don't matter. Just so I can hold it and it don't bounce. go and come back, and hopefully I can leave it running and it won't seize up while I go and come back. So see, now it'll spin like nothing. So hopefully it stays running while I go and come back. So yeah, I'll see you guys shortly. All right, so we got the motor. Here's your part number. 1/5 horsepower. So I'll see you guys back at the job site. All right, so we're back at the job site. We're at the house. I'm gonna put my gloves on. The unit is still running. I can hear it. But I'm pretty sure if I leave that fan like that, it's gonna quit on them eventually. And they're gonna call back and they're gonna bust my butt for it. So I prefer to replace it and get done with it. So got a new capacitor here. Yep, she is still running. So set my back here on the floor. Set this guy right here on the floor. Oh yeah, she's running. Condensation's coming out. We go check how the temperature's inside, because when I came by it was 81 degrees. That's why I wanted to leave it running. Oh yeah, it feels way cooler in here.
No, we're fine. Okay.
I'm back, boss.
All right, bud. Here you go. He's gonna put a part in.
All right, so it did drop 4 degrees. It's down to 77. So let's start taking this puppy apart. Man, that doorbell's driving me nuts over there. Every time I pass by, beep, 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 beep. Let's pull this. Pull the power out. Let's get our drill. Oops. Put any right here. Set all the screws up here. Got all that off. Okay. We might have to cut that zip tie. So it's easier for me to get the wiring out. So all right, so got our defrost board right there. Got our 3 wires. So we have purple, orange, and black. So we have purple goes to the capacitor. Pull this guy out. One black wire goes to the defrost board. Defrost. And then orange to complete the circuit goes above the contactor. Okay, so we got all 3 wires pulled out. Let's pull this puppy back up. Flip it around. All right. The blade should come off pretty easy because I left it soaked in PB Blaster earlier. It's a little rusty, that shaft. Okay, so drop down a bit, so you can see right there. So I'm going to grab a little brush. Man, this motor is hot. It's really hot. There we go. Got the blade. Make sure you set it on the floor how it goes, so you don't end up putting it backwards. And then it's more work for you to have to take everything apart again and flip it. Okay, so get this guy here. Just gonna cut it. Just gonna pull this guy out. And through this whip, you might have to pull one by one to be able to get them through. Set that there. Just pop open the new motor. OEM. I always like to go with OEM just because it'll last longer and it's not gonna give you a headache too soon, because I've had the case where I put a brand new motor, a universal motor, and it won't last not even a year. So let's make sure we got the correct one. 1/5 horsepower. Capacitor. Yep. 1075. Yep. You got the correct one. So now, just gonna set the whip here. Just gonna grab here. Should have, it's not up here. There we go. Have a Sharpie. So I usually just make a mark for the wiring, so when I put it back on, I know the direction of the wiring. I always do that, even though, you know, it's obvious where it's gonna go, but still, I like to do the marking. So let's see here. We'll pull this guy out. It might be, yep. This is 7/16. Don't lose them, because then it's gonna be a pain in the butt. There we go. Got all 4 off. Shake the old motor off. This thing is pretty warm, like really warm. So we got that guy out. Gonna grab the new one. Just gonna sit it. There we go. And when you tighten these motors down, do not, I repeat, do not use your impact at full force, because you're gonna break these small studs that go through the motor. So usually tighten down by hand. This is not an impact, this is a screwdriver. And I like to tie them in an X form. Oop, there we go. That's in. Just bit back on. Put these guys away. Put it back on top of the condenser, so it's easier. Put the blade back on. Let's get the whip. It's easier to put the whip before you put the blade on, so put one first, second one behind, third one, and you should be able to push all 3 through the small whip. There we go. Put the blade back on. Put it back how the other one was. It was flush with the top of the shaft. Right there. All right. And these also do not over torque them, because you're gonna end up breaking it inside of that. You might have to go get a new blade, which is not fun. So we got everything, all the wires. We're going to flip this guy. this way. These wires go through here. Make sure you put all this metal mesh underneath the top because it goes through the inside. Inside, inside, inside. And there we go. Let's grab all of our screws. Start putting them back on. So let me put all these screws back on, and when I'm in the electrical, I'll get back to you guys. Okay, so we're back in the electrical. Got all 3 wires here. We had orange at the top of the contactor, black on the defrost board, there we go. And then we're going to swap this capacitor. Just put a new one in there. There we go. Just take this stuff off. Where is the new guy at? Right here in my bag. Common is red. Common. It's gonna be my red. If you're not too sure where wires go, do it like this. Just pull it off. Don't disconnect it all the way. Just have them side by side. Just connect everything. And then we got our purple here. Put our purple back in to the fan side. Now let's grab this plumber strap they had on there. Get this guy as tight as possible. Alright. Think we might be able to get it through here. You might need to get me, yeah, let me get a longer screw, because this one is not the greatest. So I have a small box screw that I always carry. Find these at Home Depot. They're waterproof from Husky. I got a little bit of everything on there. And I just carry it in my bag, so that way if you need anything like that, you don't have to be walking back and forth to the truck. Okay, I got it in, secured, a little bit higher away from the defrost board. Now I'm just gonna mark on here 423. Yes, sir. Pretty good by yourself. Yeah, let me cut this off real quick and see what's up. Okay, sorry about that. The customer, he's in a wheelchair, so he couldn't come all the way out. He just wanted me to help him with a mini fridge that his sister got him for a present, and they couldn't get it cooling. It was just the temperature knob was turned off. But as you can see, I put the date on this. I put date and information that the condenser fan motor was replaced. So everything is wired up. So let me power it up and make sure everything runs correctly. Oh shoot, I almost fell. There we go. I hate these disconnects. Okay, let's put the Power back on. There she goes. Let's put this guy back on in here. So it is flowing. It's working. It's rotating in the correct direction, as you can see. So yeah, so I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna check the temperature split, let it run for at least 20 more minutes, and we should be good, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.